What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I had this recipe requested, and it is for chocolate cherry scones. I've never actually made scones before, and I've only actually eaten like, I don't know, 2 or 3 scones in my life. But I found this recipe for chocolate cherry scones online at, what is it? It was honestandtruly.com, and I will link that down below, of course. But it was rated really well, and it looked pretty easy. So I mean, I happen to have all the ingredients on hand except for some dried cherries, but I just went ahead and got some of those. There are kind of a lot of ingredients, but they're pretty basic ingredients, so it shouldn't be too bad. And again, I've never made these before, so hope I don't mess it up and I hope they don't suck. But if you've never had a scone before or known what a scone is, basically it's like a biscuit kind of, but they're sweeter, and this one has some dried cherries and some chocolate chips in it. But we'll go over that in a little bit. So I've got my oven preheating to 425 right now, and let's go over the ingredients and we will get started. All right, so again, it's quite a few ingredients. It's like 13 or something here, but not crazy ingredients. They're pretty common ingredients that you would have on hand anyway, typically. So first thing you're gonna need is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Then you'll need a 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm kind of running low, but I should have a 1/3 cup in there. You'll need a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You need 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, 1/2 cup of dried cherries, and 1.5 cups of oats. These, like old-fashioned oats, tend to cook better than like instant oats. Those tend to get kind of soggy. They're a little smaller. So that's all the dry ingredients that you have. And then for the wet ingredients, you have 10 tablespoons of butter, which is one whole stick, and then 2 tablespoons extra, 1 egg, a 1/3 cup of milk. Again, I'm using whole milk just because it cooks better than skim or 2%. And then you'll need 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. And one thing about almond extract, so almond extract isn't as common as like vanilla extract. So if you only have vanilla extract, just use that. It should be fine. But if you have almond extract, or if you can get it pretty easily, then I would recommend using that, just because almond extract will add more of like that cherry flavor. Because fun fact, most things that are cherry flavored are actually just almond flavored. So if you have almond flavor or almond extract, use that just to add a little bit more of that cherry flavor. But again, if you only have vanilla, use vanilla. It should be fine. You don't have to go out to get that. So yeah, so that's it. All right, so that's it for the ingredients. So this recipe is really easy because you just mix the dry ingredients by themselves, and then mix the wet ingredients by themselves, and then just mix them together, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. So let's go ahead and get these dry ingredients all mixed up first. All right, so in here I've got my flour, my oats, my sugar, my chocolate chips, dried cherries, cinnamon, baking powder, and salt. I'm just gonna go ahead and give that a nice little mixy-do. All right, so that is pretty well mixed. I think the instructions on the website say to do everything first and then do the chocolate chips and cherries, but ain't nobody got time for that. Let's do everything together. It's easier that way. All right, so now I'm gonna get my wet ingredients. All right, so in here, I've got my milk, my eggs, and my almond extract. So I'm just gonna whip that together. Watch it whip. I'm watching nay. Hey, now watch it whip. All right, you wanna get all that. Make sure that egg is all nice and broken up in there. So that's good, and then you just add your melted butter. Make sure it's not too hot. You don't wanna start cooking your egg. So just make sure it's melted, and just mix all that in there. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'll go ahead and bring this guy back over and just mix them both together. So nice. And then just mix those together. All right, so that's looking pretty good. It took a little bit of elbow grease to get all the flour in there, but we are good to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on a cutting board and show you what I'm gonna do next. All right, so I got it here on this cutting sheet, or this cutting board. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flatten it to about 1/2 inch thick. And then I'll also kind of make it into a circle here. You can make whatever shape you want. You can learn shapes this way, do triangles, do a hexagon, do a parallelogram, whatever you want. I don't really care. But traditionally, they're in little triangles. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it into a little circle like this. And then take a little pizza cutter like a pizza and cut 8 triangles out of here. All right, so I'm going to do 1 here. And then you can kind of just bring it back together if it gets all wonky like that. All right, so now that these are cut, I'm gonna go ahead and get a parchment lined baking sheet and then arrange these on there and then put them to bake. All right, so I'm gonna try to use this spatula here to try to get it off this cutting board and see what happens. Ooh, that works pretty nicely. All right, then you just wanna put it on here and kind of arrange them however you want. And I think I made mine a little fat, but you know, it's all good. All right, so let me go ahead and get the rest of them put on and I will show you what it looks like before it goes in the oven. All right, well here they are. So I've, when I put them on here, I kind of had to put the little Humpty Dumptys back together again. Some of them kind of fell apart a little bit, but it's all good. And again, you don't have to do triangles if you don't want to. This is the way that I've seen them on pictures or on TV and stuff. So you can do just little drops if you want to. You can do whatever shape you want. This might even be a good activity with kids, just to do your own shapes, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do them in triangles, stick them in the oven for like 10 to 13 minutes or so, and I will show you what it looks like when it comes out. I'm pumped. All right, so these were in the oven for about 11 minutes. Y'all look at these. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to eat these. All right, so I let these cool for about 5 minutes just so I don't burn my face off. But I am so ready to eat these because they smell so good. All right, buen provecho. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Oh man, that's crazy. That's super good. Yeah, that's real good. That would be awesome, like in the morning, because of that the oats that are in there kind of feels like a breakfast. It also kind of feels healthy, even though you and I both saw how much butter I put in there. That is not healthy, but it is dang good. Oh man, that is awesome. And the almond flavor, really, you can really taste it with the almond extract and the cherries. So good. Okay, so again, I'm going to put the recipe in the description box, and I will write out the instructions and ingredients also. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, I'd love to see them. I'd love to hear them. Or if you have any suggestions on what I should cook. Again, this was a request from someone, and so if you guys have a request, I would love to hear them, and I will try them out. Until next time, I will see you guys later. All right, bye.